Synopsis. The guys are finally home from the tour, and immediately rush back to their apartment. They learn Freight Train has been staying in their apartment in the most hilarious way.
Occupied.
Sorry, big man.
They talk about how they have so many plans they need to carry out now that they're back in LA. But they decide to wait and go to the Palm Woods pool first. Kendall, Logan, and Carlos all discuss how they feel free now that Kendall's mom is out of the picture. Which, might I say, is a very clever way to say that they couldn't afford to pay the actors anymore. They realize they need to stock the fridge. Kendall just says he'll ask Joe and Camille to do it on their way over. Logan calls him out on putting his girlfriend to work as soon as they get back to LA. And Kendall updates the audience that their relationship technically isn't official.
I haven't even seen her since the tour started.
She does know that you want to be her boyfriend, right?
Absolutely. Probably.
I actually like this. It establishes that even if you like each other, even if you go on dates together, even if you kiss, that it doesn't mean that you're actually dating unless you set up ground rules for each other. I mean, I would have expected this more from Logan and Camille's relationship, but the fact that this topic's being brought up at all is a good start. Meanwhile, we catch up on Joe and Camille, who are actually similarly unsure about Joe and Kendall's relationship. They get picked up by Joe's Aunt Lisa, and we catch up with the guys as they, oh, there's James. You know, I wasn't going to bring it up, but I really was confused as to where he was the whole time. James says they need to throw a party, or else they're going to be forgotten by the media. And they're all in agreement. It's party time. Back with Joe and Camille, we learn Joe's aunt is not on board with her dating Kendall at all. But reasonably, she does have a history with rock stars.
I made that mistake once. Okay, 12 times.
Joe's phone goes off, but she isn't able to pick it up, and Kendall leaves a message before running into famous actress Vanessa Page. I'm sure you've heard of her. They bond over being fans of each other's work, and then we cut back to Logan, trying to invite famous celebrities to their party and going horribly. Back with Kendall and Vanessa, they enter a fancy organic LA clothing store. Vanessa reveals she's in a movie based on a young adult novel, and Kendall expresses interest in wanting to act. She encourages him to try it, before inviting herself to the party and telling him to pick out a new shirt. Kendall's phone goes off, and Vanessa answers it, saying Kendall's in a cell-free zone right now, much to the disappointment of Joe. Kendall tries on some new looks in the mirror before going to speak with the other guys, right when James and Carlos pull up in the big-time Rushmobile. You know, I'll give them credit. I actually didn't expect it to show up again. Joe and Camille discuss the nature of Kendall's phone call. Meanwhile, we hear how bitter Aunt Lisa is about the rock star that she used to date. Wait, she stole her cat. Was that Gustavo? Even with the negativity, they still head to the party. And after a quick cameo by Emma Roberts, Kendall and Joe lock eyes and begin to head towards each other before Kendall gets stopped by Vanessa, who got him a part in her new movie. Kendall hugs her in thanks before heading over to talk to Joe. They both have something to say to each other, but being a chivalrous person, Kendall lets her go first.
I want to be friends.
Joe lets the jealousy get the best of her and decides to break things off with Kendall before they go any further. The energy gets awkward as the rest of the party joins them, and Kendall, Logan, and Carlos decide to leave James in charge as they all hop in the big-time Rushmobile, and they play the first musical number of the season. Thoughts? This episode felt so weird. Half the cast was missing, the other half almost felt like completely different people. The music felt different, and more generic than it's felt in the past. Like comparing the song in this episode to the song Shot in the Dark from Big Time Terror. Yes, while Shot in the Dark is a love song and could be considered generic by that standard, within the context of the episode, it's supposed to be a thank you letter from Gustavo to the guys, talking about the friendship that they share. Meanwhile, the song in this episode, LA, is just a song about living in LA. You know, the lyrics don't say much, it's just LA, LA, baby. Baby. The problems with Joe and Kendall's relationship just kind of seem to come out of nowhere. Sure, I mean, we haven't seen them for 2 months, but I feel like we probably should have seen their relationship fall apart rather than just tell us that it did. And yeah, we have seen Joe be the jealous type before in Big Time Sparks, but I doubt they'd break up over a single hug. I swear, if this is where the rest of the series is heading, I don't know if I'll be able to get through it. I give this episode a rating of YouTube Music. What? You don't remember that rating on my list? Because the only way anyone would want to watch this episode is for free on YouTube. Hello? Yeah, man, what's up? What do you mean? How long was I asleep? It's the 1st? I've been asleep for 3 days. It's April? Like, I've been asleep since November. I was in a coma. Why didn't anyone come check on me? Oh, Big Time Rush is on Netflix? Fair.
to talk about you.